Hello, fellow voiceover stars. It is your friend and mentor, Bailey Varnas here, also known as the Vocal Supermodel. And today, I want to talk about some changes that have come to the world of audiobook narration. Obviously, the biggest concern everyone has is about AI and synthetic voices, and whether they're going to take over everything in the voiceover world. And the good news is, no. AI has not yet ruined everything, and you still have time to create an amazing voiceover and audiobook narrator career for yourself. But there are a lot of changes that we do need to discuss. Now, before I delve deep into why audiobook narration is still an awesome and potential six-figure career for you to jump into, I want to mention that I have a new audiobook course available at my website, voiceworkacademy.com. That's a continuation of everything that you've learned for free here on YouTube. This new course takes you from starting out on ACX or other platforms and shows you how to get work with the biggest authors and publishing companies with the best paying jobs, how to have a full-time audiobook narration business, and even how to join the SAG-AFTRA Actors Union through audiobooks if that's ever been a goal for you. So, check out the links in the description area when we finished our discussion today to level up and make the big bucks as a full-time audiobook narrator. So, as I mentioned, the big thing that's really making everybody nervous all over the world, all the time, is AI. And for voiceover purposes, it's making a lot of us really, really scared. And unfortunately, there is no guarantee that one day all voices used anywhere won't be synthetic voices, and payments will be who knows what, if anything. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in the future. But right now, and for what seems like a long time to come, the major voice studios and major publishing companies are still wanting to use real, authentic voices. They believe that it's so important for storytelling that real people be used, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight to that desire. Authenticity is key for good storytelling, and the big names know this and want to use real voices for as long as they possibly can. So some really small authors and publishers, they're sometimes trying to use AI. But the problem with AI is, if anything in it sounds wrong or not as good as they want it to be, there is no directing it. AI can't go back and give a little more of an emotional moment at this point or pronounce this word differently. And at that point, when a rights holder discovers they want something changed, they can't just hire somebody to go in and record, or re-record that one moment, because it's not going to match. It's going to be a completely different voice. So they take that risk. And the longer a piece is, the more chances those problems have to arise. And they really wish they'd not cheapened out and hired a real actor from the beginning. No joke, a big chunk of my work now is fixing AI recordings for other people. And like I said, they have to be done from scratch. So, is it a good time to still be voice acting or just starting voice acting? Absolutely. Especially because the big jobs I mentioned, I don't know if they're ever going to want to use AI or want to become AI. There really is a push for keeping authenticity in the art and in the storytelling. Now, the one place that AI is actually beneficial for you is with audiobook scammers. There are a few out there that just want to batch a bunch of really badly done AI-written books and then have an AI-recorded narration with the goal of just collecting as many Audible promo codes as possible. It is so annoying to end up as the narrator for one of these books because they're awful and won't sell. So this should help weed out some of that nonsense, because you don't want to end up wasting your time on one of those. So that's actually a really good thing. So it really looks like AI shouldn't destroy our industry for quite a while. Like I said, it might be helpful to weed out some of the crappy stuff, but the good stuff should be around, hopefully, for decades to come. Of course, I can't promise anything, but if you jump in now, there is a lot of work that wants to use authentic voices. Hopefully forever, but we'll see. So another thing I wanted to mention is about ACX, the big platform where I think everybody should try to get started for narration if they can. Unfortunately, it's not available in every single country, which I wasn't aware of at first, being in the United States. So if you find that you're having trouble accessing acx.com where you are, please write to ACX and be like, when on earth are you going to be coming to my country? Because there's a demand here and we want to be able to take advantage of your fabulous platform. Email ACX directly and ask them about your particular situation. And in the meantime, you might try a platform called Findaway Voices because it's very similar to ACX. I don't believe it has royalty shares. It's all paid per finished hour. But typically, you tend to get more money that way anyway. But it is available in a lot more countries than what ACX is. And all of the processing and technical specs that I've taught you, all of that is the same across every single platform. So if you're having trouble getting on ACX, go ahead and try out Findaway Voices. So there are some Audacity software changes as well. I know on here I talk about downloading Lame to convert your files in Audacity to MP3s, but guess what? You don't need Lame anymore. Finally, Audacity made the big change and you can just directly convert your stuff to MP3s straight through Audacity. So that is a really good update that's happened. Now, I've also talked about Levelator. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, Levelator just keeps disappearing on Macs. So if you're not able to download Levelator for a Mac, I want you to try something called Audio Cupcake. This is exactly like Levelator and even has some more options with the Pro version. It has some shortcuts where you can just get it all processed for audiobook perfection in one easy step. So check out Audio Cupcake. I don't know if it's available for PCs at this point, but Mac people, you can definitely use Audio Cupcake as your Levelator alternative. And I wanted to mention another Audacity problem people seem to sometimes have, which is with being able to use the stair-step method to record your tracks on a new line each time you hit stop. So if all of your recordings are just starting at the end of the same line you were recording on and you can't really see the obvious mistakes, go to Audacity, Preferences, Recording, then check the box next to Record on a new track, and that will solve your problem. So if you like that method of being able to see your mistakes to edit in a really obvious way, this will fix it. So let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions about things that you have noticed that have changed in the audiobook narration world. I know they changed the ACX profile layout a lot, and I can't keep up with it. So let me know if you can't find anything or have any other questions. And I also have a free webinar for you called Crazy Audiobook Narrator Secrets That Lead to Huge Success, which will get you started and offer awesome discounts towards your six-figure audiobook narration career. So check out the links in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.